competitive position hope that they those players. And as we know, Kevin, hope springs eternal.
It always does. It keeps the fans involved and looking for more. David, thanks. Now Golden State's starting five. The core of this team all out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. Looney out there with Andrew Wiggins. And for the Pelicans, McCollum and Jones are their guards. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. And it's Ingram in at the small forward position. So much of the schedule still in front of us, Steve. However, some teams are really struggling early here.
Yeah, Kevin, and those teams, they can't lose their confidence because it's a long season. And sometimes you just don't have the talent to beat other teams. But you must stay focused and try to get better every night.
Now here's McCollum, and McCollum with the slam.
Look how mobile and quick CJ is. Terrific at making fast decisions and pick and rolls.
Curry passes to Green. Out to Thompson. It's stolen by Jones. Crafty move, and he sinks the layup.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Now here's Curry. There's Looney. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The effort from Looney on the offensive glass. A hustle player who really wills himself out there.
Passes it to Valanciunas. Here's McCollum. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here's McCollum. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Williamson. Just 5 on the clock. Shot from 12.
The solid D from Looney. Really disrupting the shot, using his reach to his advantage.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. GA with their 4th title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who've each made an all-NBA team.
And here is Ingram after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Ingram dishes to Valanciunas. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
One shot.
And that one misses.
I love the toughness from Jonas Valanciunas, and he is lighting it up tonight.
Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. We've got 1:48 left here in the opening quarter. It's Ingram on the wing. Over Wiggins. And it's Ingram missing.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Outside for Curry. Wiggins outside. Curry with him. Now guarded by Ingram. Here for one more at the line.
What strength from Stephen Curry. Down there with the big boys, taking a bump and finishing.
And one of the many special things about Steph Curry is loyalty. Sticking with this Warriors franchise since being drafted back in '09.
And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. Different look here for the Warriors. Wiseman's checked in for Looney. JaMychal Green comes in for Draymond Green. Kuminga's come in for Wiggins. And Poole subbed in for Klay Thompson. The free throw drops for Curry. And talking about Steph, he is the face of the franchise. And his loyalty is shown.
Steph's been a model citizen, never complains, never causes any issues, willing to work with young teammates. He is the ideal superstar to build around.
1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Curry passes to Poole. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Good work by Curry moving the ball. He has a good eye for those openings.
Pass to Daniels, and it's Hayes in the corner. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Warriors go the other way with it. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
Hopefully they exercise better caution in this game and avoid cheap fouls that could get them in trouble again.
And the Warriors making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. The Pelicans trail. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Hayes the pass to Nance. Hayes trying to break free. The shot's good from Nance.
And what I like about Nance Jr. is how he positions himself, knows his strengths on offense, and plays to them.
The Warriors have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Poole finds Green. Back to Poole from the arc. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's Daniels. Banked in off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Kuminga. And here's Poole. Oh, my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to spare, he guts this one out.
Coaches always talk about closing quarters strong. Can't do it much better than that.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 1. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
Right now, it's their passing game, and it's been on point. Doing a great job of moving it around and getting the ball to their shooters.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. We'll see Wiggins and Green play in the forward spots. Dante DiVincenzo, who's out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Wiseman in at the 5.
And, guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core. And with the 8th pick in Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young wing defenders. They're building a team to contend. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Rockets in Houston. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, we know the Pelicans made that trade to bring in C.J. McCollum. He says, I think it's a match made in heaven. I'm happy to be here. The cool part is that I haven't had to make any real adjustments. The way I play is the right way. Kevin, back to you.
Well, and he's completely changing teams mid-season. Tough thing to do, but he is a veteran that can certainly handle it. Ball in his hands, good things usually happen. Hey, David, thank you for that story. The Warriors shooting their second and third free throws tonight. The first one falls. More and more defenses switch everything now, Steve. And if you were coaching, is that how you'd play it? Is that how you would teach it?
You know, Kevin, yes, sometimes you have to switch, but I think the best coaches, what they do best is they show you different looks, and timely they'll do it. Sometimes they'll trap it, sometimes...
Pelicans has is commendable, a hard worker who wants to keep improving.
Valanciunas sets a screen for McCollum. Good on the three-point shot. McCollum's got 5 now.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Ingram against Wiggins. And again, no good by Golden State.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's McCollum. 5 points in the game. The pass to Williamson. Back to McCollum. And good that time. And it's 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
Staying unselfish, keeping your eyes up is so important for a young player. Zion, mature beyond his years.
Here's Green. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And he's good on the 3-ball.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
And as good as Draymond Green has been on the floor, this guy will be an all-time broadcaster, already a popular podcast. Great TV studio appearances as well.
Kept alive. Valanciunas. Nice hit again. House contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Whether it be rebounding, driving the ball, in transition, Zion always looking to attack.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
72% at the line this season. He has yet to set himself apart in that department.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Wiseman. Kuminga comes in for Green. Moody subbed in for Wiggins.
One shot.
And Draymond Green, the next broadcasting star. You've watched his work. Why is that?
And Kevin, I think his basketball IQ is incredible, and we see that when he plays, but he can also vocalize it to the audience. And of course, Draymond is not afraid to say what he thinks.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Here's Curry. Pass to Moody. Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to Murphy.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Kicks to Hayes. Here's Williamson. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
You see how advanced Zion is as a ball handler. That's guard-like stuff right there.
Warriors trail by 4. They need this. There's Looney. And the layup's good off the glass.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
The Pelicans have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. It's Murphy outside. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to Curry. He kicks it to Kuminga. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Warriors lead by 1.
You love Curry's command of this offense. The ability to pass with either hand.
And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. The Warriors on top. They lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, you know, the drive and kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if you can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
In that game against the Spurs, they're slight favorites in this matchup. Listen, if you want to improve your standing in this league, these are the games that you have to win.
Should be a good one. And now, guys, let's talk about these Warriors and this close game they find themselves in.
So far, the perimeter has been their turf. They look comfortable shooting from range. I mean, the defense is having a tough time chasing them off the arc.
Yeah, if you're going to let them live out there, that's a recipe for disaster.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Running on the wing, they'll have Jones and Ingram. Up front, it's Williamson at the 4. And Valanciunas at the 5. And it's McCollum in at the 1 spot. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And the way C.J. McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
Great decision from Draymond to go up into the D there with his big body. Such an intelligent player.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
So he gets them both.
I think people underestimated the Pelicans last year. They had such a tough start to the season, but still were able to make it to the playoffs.
Now, here's Valanciunas, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Unfortunately, the Pelicans did make a first-round exit in the postseason group.
In a series they took to 6 games, but yeah, they couldn't put together that deep run. Maybe this year things will be different.
That free throw, no good. He doesn't get the second one.
Very surprised he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often.
The drive by Green. Pelicans pull it in. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in this game. McCollum outside. Floats it up for Williamson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
This is why Williamson's teammates love him. He makes them look good on these alley-oops.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. They host the Clippers after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a
trail. McCollum outside. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. It's Ingram on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. 18 feet out. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Ingram's got his first bucket of the night.
Looking silky smooth there. I like watching Brandon Ingram use the mid-range area.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Is checked in for New Orleans. Then for the Warriors, Heisman's checked in for Looney. Poole comes in for Thompson. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Curry. The Warriors trail. DiVincenzo passes to Green. 6 feet out. The kick out to Poole. And it's off from three-point range. McCollum with the ball. Now Green defending. McCollum deciding where to go with it. And stolen by Wiggins. He takes it in, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Taking it to the D. When Wiggins is forcing the issue, he shows why he went first overall.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Kicks it out to McCollum. The offensive rebound, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
So it's the Warriors now, following the score by New Orleans. Wiggins from outside. Nance gets the rebound. The Pelicans have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Here's McCollum, and it's good off the back rim and in. Now it's a 3-point New Orleans lead. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. Devontae Graham comes in for Herbert Jones. 54 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's DiVincenzo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Nance.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Warriors have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. The throw drops for DiVincenzo. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 49 seconds left in the third. Graham kicks to McCullough. The dish now to Hayes. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Warriors trail by 3. Here's Poole, and he converts the layup. Poole's got 7 points in the game.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
29 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Graham. The layup off target.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Here's McCollum. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And here's Poole for 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Warriors lead by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And with 3/4 behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Guard pair on the floor. It's Curry and Thompson. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Moody. And it's Green in its center. Now here's Graham. It's stolen by Kuminga. Stolen by McCollum. And New Orleans pushing it up now. If he passes to Ingram. Connects from 3-point range. And the Pelicans lead by 2. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Pelicans?
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And also, guys, they push the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Jones is checked in.
One shot.
One shot. You know what I appreciate most about Curry is his winning mentality. His competitive nature fuels this team.
McCollum passes to Valanciunas. To the paint. Ingram outside. Pass to McCollum. From deep. The Warriors pull it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now, here's Moody. Defended by Jones. And Ingram with
Great all-around play by a great all-around player. B.I. doing it at both ends.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Here's Jones. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. McCollum outside. Valanciunas inside. Working on Green. Shot clock at 6. Here's McCollum. Cans the 12-footer.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed It's going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Timeout called the Warriors. Zion Williamson's checked in for the Pelicans. Golden State also making some changes. Kevon Looney is checked in for Jermichael Green, and Draymond Green's subbed in for Moody. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Outside, Jones. Jacks up a three. Offensive rebound. And Williamson gets it to go.
Big one. Coach feels comfortable going to Zion when it matters.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Pass to Kuminga. Curry with a free ball. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Cullen passes to Williamson. New Orleans moving the ball around. That shot wide open. Ingram's got the lead up to 6 now for New Orleans.
The key for Brandon is shooting with confidence. When he does this, he buries these trays.
And here are the Warriors now. Here's Curry. There's the drive. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Just another reason why we have to love Stephen Curry. His ability to provide baskets in key situations.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And there's the call on Curry. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Team foul.
Left to play here in the fourth. McCollum with the ball. Now Green defending. Outside, Jones. 5 to shoot. For 3, Ingram.
Sitting here watching Draymond, he's a phenomenal defender, just watching the principles and how active he is.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second team.
He misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
And with so many finals games under his belt, Draymond is used to the big moments. A good guy to have at the line.
And he does get the second one. And that narrows the lead down to just 3.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a one-possession game.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And this is critical to Zion's growth, proving he can be the guy when his team needs him the most.
At the line for your Pelicans, Zion Williamson. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And part of becoming a superstar for Zion, you have to sink free throws when it matters most.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Man, Zion Williamson is different. A big man who possesses incredible explosiveness and power.
And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Wiggins is checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
Taking 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he is unable to get the second one. A three-pointer, Wiggins, rebounded by Valanciunas, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
15 foul.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 7. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
I just think they have to focus on the moment. Don't worry about the score. Worry about executing the next play.
Seven seconds left to play in the final quarter. A three-pointer, Wiggins. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
See you again soon.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is to take rebounds, set a screen. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. As we present our New Balance Player of the Game, C.J. McCollum.